IRGC dispatches military equipment to Iran. In a report, the Kuwaiti newspaper claims that IRGC sends military equipment, including drones and short-range missiles, from Iran's southwestern borders. The image indicates that Tehran has issued visa for the members of Taliban as a terrorist group. However, in his interview, the propagandist minister Zarif stated that he was unaware of the issue. Palestinian militia group Hamas received $22 million in cash from the IRGC dead commander Qasem Soleimani during a visit to Tehran in 2006. Mohammad al-Zahar, former foreign minister and senior Hamas leader, said, "We have doubled missiles trained on Israel," Lebanese militia group Hezbollah. Hassan Nasrallah said, "Iran-backed militants claimed their Iran-made precision-guided missiles could hit anywhere in Israel. Here's where Iranians' assets is going." The alleged mastermind of the 2016 attack on the Saudi diplomatic missions in Iran, Shite cleric Hassan Kordmihan, was appointed as the head of the Culture Committee of Iran's Judo Federation. Kordmihan is close to the Speaker of the Islamic Consultative Assembly, Ghalibaf. Former chief of Iran Drug Control Headquarters agrees capital punishment has not deterred drug-related crimes. In 1980 to 1981, about 10 tons of narcotic drug products seized, yet over 21 tons of narcotics seized in 2019, he added. Iran ranked first in executions per capita in the world. Graffiti on walls in Iran shows public rage against the regime. Written in Farsi, the COVID-19 vaccines are being divided up around the world, yet Iranians die due to starvation and coronavirus. The COVAX program has lined up almost billions of doses for use worldwide, yet the regime in Iran has no plan for COVID-19 vaccine. Hundreds of students in Ali-Bad Katul, northern Iran may drop out soon, say officials. In addition, thousands of students in the country do not own smartphones, preventing them from taking part in online classes. Hamid Mir Baluch Zehi was hanged in Iran, says the lawyer. The Islamic Revolutionary Court sentenced the 30-year-old citizen to death for alleged acting against national security and enmity against God. Mohammad Hossein Rezai, convicted when minor, executed early Thursday in Lakan prison, northern Iran. He was arrested for alleged murder during a group fight in 2007 when he was 16 years old and finally received a death penalty. The 32-year-old political prisoner Shaker Behruz, who was sentenced to death for vague charges of revolt, faces new capital punishment for alleged charges of killing one of the IRGC members. He is currently being kept at Oromia Central Prison. Human rights activist news agency reported that the Islamic judiciary issued more than 22,271 months of imprisonment and more than 23,946 lashes for protesting the regime in Iran in 2020. According to the report, 72% of the total 236 executions in 2020 were carried out in secret. The Islamic Revolutionary Court rejected conditional release for political prisoner Fatemeh Davand. She was sentenced to 3 years and 9 months for vague charges. Iranian Kurdish activists married couple were arrested for a few hours last week. Previously, Islamic Revolutionary Court accused Sirus Abbasi and his wife Farideh Veisi of propaganda against the regime in Iran, acting against national security and disturbing public opinion. They were tortured into a confession. Monarchist Maryam Samghani said that Tehran Revolutionary Court summoned her. She was previously sentenced to a 5-year prison term for alleged charges of propaganda against the regime and acting against national security. 11 years ago, Mostafa Karim Begi was shot in his head by the security forces near the college bridge in Tehran in 2009, and he was consequently thrown down from the bridge and killed. Poor Afghan mother, whose son is allegedly kept at Askarabad detention camp near the Iranian capital of Tehran, was slapped by the Islamic agents after she persisted and asked about her son's condition. Residents in Ahvaz, southwestern Iran, protest against Karun River diversion. In another rally, shareholders of Bank Day gathered to protest on the stock market performance. Monarchist prisoner Khaled Pirzadeh, whose prison beatings left him unable to walk, is deprived of having medical treatment. He serves his 7 years prison term at Greater Tehran Penitentiary after being accused of propaganda against the regime and insulting the supreme leader.